Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. It seems that woke Hollywood never seems to learn its lesson, do they? They never seem to listen to their audience members. They never seem to really care about money at all because they've lost a ton of money at the moment because, well, they just keep sending these woke messages in the movies and the audience members let them know that they don't want this. And, well, Holly woke is vehemently against God. We already know that. They're vehemently against Christianity. We already know that as well. They love to mock God. They love to criticize anyone that's a Christian in Hollywood. It's very, very difficult to be a Christian in Hollywood and to actually proclaim your faith. I don't know if you guys were aware of that, but it's been that way from literally the very beginning. Ever since Hollywood sort of started and they started making movies, I know that there are Christians still working today, although it's been very, very difficult for them. But Holly woke seems to love blaspheming Jesus Christ. And this piece of news is going crazy viral at the moment, and for damn good reason, because I am getting sick and tired of my Savior, Jesus Christ, being blasphemed, and also not just actual pastors using his name in vain, blaspheming him and mocking him as well. I mean, I understand it coming from the unregenerate. I don't understand it coming from those that claim to know God. I think it's all bad. It's all wicked and it's all evil. And this in particular is really evil and wicked. And they're going to find out. And you know what I did with the wicked thing there? It's sort of like a nice sort of lead into Cynthia Erivo. If you don't know who the hell she is, she was the one that played a character in the movie Wicked, reimagined, I guess you could say, or a follow-on. I don't know. I didn't even watch it. I don't really bloody care. But anyway, Cynthia Erivo is set to play Jesus Christ in Jesus Christ Superstar at the Hollywood Bowl this summer. If you don't know Jesus Christ Superstar, it was from Andrew Lloyd Webber, who is of the Phantom of the Opera fame, I believe. And ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know about the Hollywood Bowl, it's an amphitheater. So this show is going to be running for quite some time, I believe. And they're going to be mocking God the entire time. I personally don't know how much Andrew Lloyd Webber has involvement in this. Personally, I didn't strike him to be this sort of individual that wants to mock God, because initially the Jesus Christ Superstar was the story of, well, Jesus's last moments before his crucifixion and his time with the disciples. I don't think that it was a stage play. It wasn't meant in a musical. It wasn't meant to mock God at all. But now Hollywood, they've taken their reins on it and they've gone, all right, hold my beer. We'll make it worse. And they have. They've cast a openly queer, I put that in quotation marks because I don't really know what queer means. Just, I guess it's just, we know that Cynthia Erivo is lesbian, non-binary, I think. I don't know. These people just keep changing their bloody minds every 5 bloody seconds. So I can't keep up. But what I do know is she's a black lesbian queer person on her own statement, her own accord, right? Playing my Savior, Jesus Christ, who was not queer, who was not black, and who was not a woman. So to me, this is incredibly blasphemous. Now, imagine if Holly woke did this to any other religion. They wouldn't, right? Can you imagine if Holly woke decided to mock Islam, to mock Muhammad? They wouldn't dare do that. Can you imagine if they mocked Buddha or if they mocked Hinduism? Can you imagine if Holly woke actually did that? But no, all throughout Hollywood's history, and especially in recent times, they've decided to mock God the most. But be warned, be very, very careful, Holly woke. Because if you don't already know, God's not going to be mocked. Not now, not ever. And I guarantee you that if you go along with this, God's going to have the last laugh. Let's just say that, right? I don't think it's going to go in your favor at all if you decide to move forward with this. But what I think is utterly insane at the moment is that Holly Woke is doing this to Christians, but nobody else. Why? Because once again, they hate God. They don't fear God. You should fear God. A righteous, healthy fear is what I'm talking about. And I think this, I'm not God, so I don't know what he's going to do, but I think this is just going to really, really annoy him. I know people have done it like all throughout history. They continue to do it, but they end up finding out the hard way, right? Brett Cooper goes, excuse, question mark. Morgan McMichael goes, oh, so Christianity is the only religion that can be openly mocked by Hollywood. Why is it that Christianity is constantly mocked by the media? They wouldn't dare make a film like this about Jews or Muslims. No, they wouldn't. And I think it's about time that Christians actually voice their concerns. First and foremost, they voice their anger about this and try their very best to get it shut down or get the person recasted at least. But Cynthia Erivo was talking about not like, this is, Cynthia Erivo was talking about how this is actually, she wants to play this to show others about representation, to show others that maybe in the dark they can come to the light and all that other woke bullcrap that they always spin. And I'm looking at this going, how dare you, first and foremost, use this opportunity to play our Savior for your own advantage? How dare you do that? Like you're using it, your pride, which we know is one of the cardinal deadly sins, in my opinion, the most deadly sin of them all, right? Pride. It's what Lucifer had and what caused him to fall. Using your own pride, getting in the way, you thinking that you're even remotely worthy of playing Jesus? You're a woman. Jesus was a man. He wasn't gay, wasn't queer, he wasn't any of those things, but you want to point that out because that's what you think that you are. And Jesus wasn't black. He was brown, just so you know. It's not racist. It's the actual fact for you all. So we'll see what happens with this, honestly, but I'm not happy about it. And I'm just getting sick and tired of not just the mainstream media, but countless people mocking God. It hurts. It really does. Like I see it and I'm like, I see it as my duty to rebuke it. And every time I do rebuke it, it's never easy. It's never easy to deal with knowing that so many people hate God. They don't love him. And I'm like, why not? He died for you. It's just, it's heartbreaking to see so many people just go against him and turn away from him. I want people to actually turn to him, not against him. Anyway, I hope to God that he actually shuts this down and it doesn't continue for all of our sake, but first and foremost for God's sake. Because once again, God's not going to be mocked. Anyway, you guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.